Guys, I think Honda has officially and finally lost their mind. I'm a Honda guy from back in the days, but you're not going to believe how much the Honda Prelude is going to cost. It is insane. Now, we have to remember, we have to say that the Honda Prelude is going to be a full EV vehicle. It's got the S Shift Plus, whatever you might want to call it, which simulates shifting gears while you drive the vehicle. We've covered the vehicle a bunch of times. We've covered the interior. We've covered everything, but the prices have kind of been leaked. And if these are the prices that are going to be launching or going to be coming out, or if this is the price for the Honda Prelude, I think Honda has finally lost their mind. If you thought that if you thought that markups from dealers were pretty insane, what we saw with the Type R's, the FK8, and the new models or whatnot, if you thought that markups were insane, and if you're wiling out and screaming out that they were unjustifiable, unjustifiable and illegal and whatever you might want to call it, Honda's doing that work right now. Let's get into the article because this is a Car Scoop article and it says leaked Japanese prices. Leaked Japanese pricing suggests the Prelude will be one of Honda's most expensive cars. The Prelude reportedly costs more than the Civic Type R, the Nissan Z, and even the GR Supra in Japan. The single available trim of the hybrid coupe will reportedly cost 6 million yens, which is $41,000. Imagine giving to the world the sports car of the Prelude, which we all know had the H22, the H23 VTEC, powerful motors that everyone built. Let me put a little bit more light here. Powerful motors that everyone built. And now all of a sudden, and you're actually giving people the Dodge treatment. You remember when Dodge canceled the Charge and the Challenger and said, well, I'm just going to give you a Daytona, which is a crazy name with crazy history. I'm just going to give you an EV Daytona, and I'm going to put a speaker in the back bumper and mimic the sound of a V8 so you feel like you're in a V8. And it is exactly what Honda's doing. I'm going to give you the Prelude, the famous Prelude with the H22 VTEC, with the H23, the famous Track Monster Prelude. I'm just going to give it to you as an EV, and I'm not going to give you the speaker, but I'm going to give you the S Drive, whatever you might want to call it, to simulate the shifting of the gears, and you can feel like you're in a real vehicle. I think, to me, when companies like this, and I love Honda, when companies like this or like Dodge or even Jaguar, which now we know the CEO of Jaguar pretty much resigned, when companies like this do this stuff, it feels like a joke to me. It really does. And we're very straightforward here in this channel, and honestly, this feels like a joke. This feels like a kick in the chin, hyping up the Prelude, now bringing it in as an EV, and not only that, putting this vehicle over $40,000. Let's jump into the article right quick because I want to come down to where the prices are. And it says, designed as a sportier and more premium two-door counterpart of the Civic, the Prelude shares the same basic platforms but positions itself a step above the style and performance. According to the Japanese outlet Creative Trend, citing leaked information, the pricing reflects that positioning, placing it well above the Civic Type R in the domestic market. Part of what makes this leak worth noting is how detailed it is, as it includes not only base pricing, but it also the optional extras and trim specifics. Let's jump into these prices. I don't want you guys to fall off your seat, to be honest. More especially that the Prelude is set to launch in a single trim level priced at $41,000. Now, the article says, let that sink for a moment, take a breath, and read on. A more exclusive Honda On limited edition features a black roof and several dealer installed extras, which will be listed at $43,400. Buyers can choose flame red or crystal black pearl at no extra cost, while the meteor gray metallic adds 3,800 yens, 38,000 yens, which is $250, and the moonlit pearl finish comes at $565. Now, for comparison, the Civic HEV that's built locally with a similar hybrid setup is priced at $27,000, $29,000 in Japan. When they're talking locally, they mean Japan. The high-performance Civic Type R is slightly more expensive, which is around $33,000 to $39,000, $33,000 to $39,000. Even the larger US built Accord EHEV sedan comes around $39,000. Now, this vehicle, this Prelude, it's more expensive than the Fair Lady Z in Japan and the GR Supra. Don't expect it to come to America any cheaper. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and I'm gonna tell you the truth here in this channel. I don't really see people buying this vehicle. The Fair Lady Z comes with a twin turbo V6 and is priced at $36,500. and you have a Prelude that there's no power whatsoever in there. All you have is a hybrid EV, I mean a full EV with simulating gears or whatnot, same thing as the Challenger or the Daytona. You know, you're gonna see an article in a near future how Honda is blaming or how Honda is sad that nobody buys a Prelude. Nobody's gonna buy this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody's gonna buy this vehicle. This vehicle is too expensive. This vehicle doesn't give you the sporty feel that we want. This vehicle doesn't give you the VTEC. This vehicle doesn't give you the fuel. Forget the climate change. Forget you're trying to save the world. You're not saving the world by selling a Prelude with shifting gears and pricing it at over $40,000 and thinking you're making a dent in the environment. You could get that out of your mind. Nobody's going to sell that. Nobody's going to buy that. That's going to be this project from Honda. It's going to be a bunk on the road. I'll tell you that right now. So let's read on a little bit. While the Honda Prelude doesn't have a direct rival, its rumored pricing does raise some eyebrows when compared to other Japanese sports cars. Surprisingly, the hybrid is said to cost more than the locally made Fairlady Z, which starts at $36,500 and it comes with a twin-turbo V6. In fact, it also edges out the Toyota Supra, built in Australia at the same Magna facility as the BMW Z4, which starts at $33,200, which is a turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder. If that pricing holds, it's fair to say that more than a few people will be asking what the heck was Honda thinking, and that's actually one of those. Me was one of those. So let's kind of end it off with this because this is something I want you guys to hear. It says the official debut for the Prelude will take place September 4. Honda will start accepting orders in Japan September 5th. According to the leaked documents, the first production run will be a limited of 2,000 units. Whether those disappear in a flash or end up lingering in dealer lots will be pretty good limits test for how well Honda has read the room. The Prelude will be powered by an upgraded version of the Honda eHEV self-charging hybrid system, combining a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine with two electrical motors. Furthermore, it will carry chassis components from the Civic Type R, including the wider tracks, Brembo front brakes, a dual-axis front suspension, and though it will be tuned specially for the Prelude. Of course, they're giving you this Type R extra, which goes to show you that you pay for these extras and they could literally they could literally be thrown at any vehicle, to be honest. So they're giving you these extra Type R extras like the wider tracks and the Brembo brakes, but yet they're pricing this vehicle. It's honestly, I'll give you my honest opinion. Honda, if you ever want to work in the future with me, I will gladly more than do it because I love you guys. But this is a joke. I think this is a joke to the community, to be honest. So it says, and to close it off, it says, if the Japanese pricing is any indication, it wouldn't be a surprise to see the hybrid coupe crest the $40,000 mark here, making it at least $10,000 more than the mechanically related Honda Civic, the Honda Civic Hybrid. Bro, that is, I can't believe Honda's giving you this Prelude for, if this is correct, for more than $40,000. And when you start adding the extra taxes and fees and dealer fees, you're at $50,000 easily. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll read you. I was kind of shocked to read this, but nonetheless, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll read you and I'll see you on the next one.